Yet another lesson, and today's lesson is about apartments. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you a story about my apartment hunting experience. Now, first of all, what is an apartment? Now, apartment is a house which is in a building which has a fixed number of rooms. So you could have an apartment that has 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a drawing room. Or you could have an apartment which is just a studio apartment, meaning it has just one long, large room, which kind of then serves as your kitchen, your dining, and your bedroom. So, well, apartments are houses and buildings, and mostly I'd say that Americans use the term apartment, whereas the British actually call apartments as flats. So, well, a flat and an apartment in a building is actually the same thing. So, well, when I moved to this city for the first time, I obviously had to go apartment hunting. I had to look for a flat that actually served my purpose and was to my liking so that I could move into it. So, well, I started visiting various buildings looking for apartments or flats, whatever you want to call it, and I mostly visited skyscrapers. Now, what is a skyscraper? A skyscraper is an extremely tall building. So a skyscraper is an extremely tall building, meaning anything that is above, say, 25 floors and above can be termed as a skyscraper. In the olden days, anything about 10 floors was termed as a skyscraper. But nowadays, with buildings which have 50 floors, 100 floors, and above 100 floors, I would say safely that if there is a building that's above 25 floors, then you can call it an extremely tall building, meaning you can call it a skyscraper. So yes, I went looking for my apartment. I visited a lot of skyscrapers because I know some people find the idea of living in the sky a little unnatural. But honestly, personally, me, I love the idea of living in the sky. Now, what does it mean to live in the sky? It means living in a skyscraper on a really tall floor. So say if you're living on the 43rd floor, my God, doesn't it feel like you're living in the sky? So yes, living really, really high up on a high floor would amount to living in the sky. So yes, I went looking for my apartment, and yes, I wanted an apartment that made me feel like I was living in the sky so that I could actually overlook the entire city's skyline, as in have a view, a top view of the city, and enjoy that view every morning along with my breakfast. But however much that I may like living in the sky, a lot of people don't like living in skyscrapers because skyscrapers are causing problems in cities. Now, these problems include overcrowding. So, overcrowding is an honest and a very obvious problem of skyscrapers because earlier people would live in houses with gardens, and now people are actually living in buildings one on top of each other. So a lot of people are living in a small space, and this leads to various problems. So overcrowding, meaning more density of people in a small space. So yes, overcrowding is one, big problem that skyscrapers are facing. But there are many ways that people are trying to resolve these problems. Like, for example, overcrowding leads to problems with parking spaces for cars. So that is why builders have come up with ideas such as mechanical parking. That's right, absolutely mechanical parking spaces for your car. Now, what exactly is mechanical parking? Mechanical parking means having an elevator for your car in such a way that when you park your car in a particular space, a mechanical elevator elevates your car and stacks it up so that another car can park below you. So you're actually stacking cars one above the other, just the way people are living one above the other in buildings. So mechanical parking is an elevator parking for your car, one on top of another. And of course, very obviously, when you have a really tall skyscraper, like for example, if I was looking for an apartment on the 50th floor, then I would need an elevator to go up there, because I cannot be climbing 50 floors every day or multiple times. So yes, elevators as in lifts are very, very essential in skyscrapers. So yes, I went apartment hunting in skyscrapers. I saw a lot of beautiful apartments, and some of the buildings that I saw had beautiful foyers, just like really, really luxurious hotels. Now, what is a foyer? A foyer is the lobby or reception area of your apartment. So it had like a manager who was taking care of visitors. There was a fabulously decorated lobby, which is termed as a foyer. And frankly speaking, I was impressed. I was also told by the realtor, as in the person who was showing me the apartments, that I also have the option of hiring a serviced apartment. Now, what is a serviced apartment? Now, the serviced apartment actually means that you have an apartment with all sorts of services that you would have if you were staying in a hotel room. So essentially, it is like living in a hotel. It's just that you're living in an apartment, but you have the same kind of services, be it laundry, housekeeping, home delivery, food delivery, whatever that is. So yes, a serviced apartment is an apartment with hotel room facilities. I actually liked the idea of hiring a serviced apartment because I realized that if I had a serviced apartment with all the facilities of a hotel room, then I would spend less time on doing my daily chores and more time doing the things I enjoy, or more time at work. So well, a serviced apartment was a great option for me, and I actually chose to hire one in a fantastic looking skyscraper in downtown. And yes, when I was, actually moving into the serviced apartment, the first thing that caught my eye, as always, was the skyline. That's right, there was a beautiful private terrace garden in my serviced apartment from where I could see the city's skyline. Now, like we already know, skyline means the entire top view of the city. And the terrace garden means a garden which is not on the ground, but it is on a terrace on an elevated floor in the apartment. So I finally settled for a serviced apartment on the 48th floor of my skyscraper. And to tell you the truth, I'm actually really enjoying it. So I do hope that you've enjoyed my apartment hunting story and also learned a few words in the process. If you've liked this lesson, make sure you do subscribe to our channel and keep watching our videos. I'm going to be back very, very soon with yet another lesson. Till then, this is me, Rima, saying bye-bye and take care.